Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I have another unboxing for you. This one is not as big as the last one, but still pretty big. I will say some of these are like Christmas gifts for people, and so that is why this video is going up today on Christmas. So also Merry Christmas if you are celebrating. And so that's why I had this video go up today, so that the people that are getting these books don't see them ahead of when I give them to them. But most of these are for me. I'm not gonna lie, there's like a couple things in here that are gifts though, but let's just get right into the unboxing. So I know I said in my last unboxing that like it might be the last one for a while, but I wasn't really anticipating this one happening, but Chapters ended up having another sale that was really good, and just like a random like 2-day sale. And then these are all book depository books I ordered myself for my birthday, which I did mention in the last unboxing. And then I have 2 book outlet orders, which one was placed mostly because I needed some books for gifts, and the other is just my stuff. So let's just start with the books that are on top. These ones I know like what 3 books they are, but I don't know which one's in which package, obviously. And these are the ones I ordered for myself for my birthday. They are all the Ella Mays books. So this one is To Hate Adam Connor, and I loved To Hate Adam Connor and To Love Jason Thorne. I read them recently, like within the last month or two, and really enjoyed them. And I've been collecting I've been wanting to purchase these. This is like what I bought myself for my birthday. I have the other one over here so that I can show you them all together. This is the one I opened in my last unboxing. It's The Hardest Fall. But they all have like these really cute like colored spines, and I think they're gonna look so cute next together on the shelf. I did purchase a copy of Jason Thorne in the past. You may have seen it in a haul or an unboxing. I did end up returning that one. It was just like an Amazon copy from here, but I decided I wanted to get these all from Book Depository so they were the same height and they all matched. We don't have the new covers for The Hardest Fall and Marriage for One yet here in Canada, so that's why I ordered them from the UK. So I got that one, which I'm really excited about, because like I said, I gave Jason Thorne and Adam Connor both 5 stars. I really love them. And this one I'm going to guess is Jason Thorne, because that one looks like it's a bit thicker, so I think that's probably Marriage for One. I'm excited to see the actual like covers of those though, because I feel like not a lot of people have them yet. Yeah, so this one is Jason Thorne. It's a little bit dusty, but really cute. Again, goes with the other ones. I'll show you them all once I have them all opened. This one is probably going to be Marriage for One, obviously, unless they sent me the wrong book, which would be kind of awkward. This is not peeling. This one I've heard so many good things about. This is the only one I haven't read out of these 4, but I really love the new cover of this. I'm not a huge fan of the original cover, but this one I think is so cute, and I've heard so many good things about the book. And I didn't want to buy the other cover because, like I said, I didn't really love it. It's got like a guy on the cover, and I just wasn't a huge fan of that. I don't like the guy covers that are like really close up on their faces. I don't know. That just isn't what I'm into. And this I just think is so freaking cute. And like I said, they all have like the spines that match. And so I just think these are going to look so cute on my shelf. And I'm just really excited to have all of these. Like I said, this was my birthday gift to myself. It does take a little while for Book Depository stuff to get to Canada. So it took probably about a month to get these, but I think some of them like weren't out yet. Like when I ordered them, the new covers hadn't actually been released yet. So it did take a little bit longer because I had to wait for them to actually get the stock in and then ship it to me. But I am so excited to have all of these because they're so pretty. And like I said, I've read these 3, and these 2 I gave 5 stars to. This one I gave like 3.5. I wasn't really feeling it at the time, but I've also been kind of slumpy, so I would be open to rereading that one. And like I said, I've heard so many good things about Marriage for One, so I'm really excited to have these and, you know, be able to read them again, because I did really love those 2 and have a feeling I'm going to love Marriage for One as well. Next we have an Indigo box. Like I said, Chapters Indigo had another sale, which I apparently cannot say no to. I think this one was 25% off, I think, if you didn't have a Plum membership, and then you got the additional 10% off if you're a Plum Plus member. So I think it was like 30 or 35% off, which was like a really good deal. And it was just like a really random 2-day sale, and I just happened to be on their website during that. So So I bought a couple books that they didn't have during the big unboxing that I did, like a couple books that were missing from series that were just out of stock at the time. So I ordered those, and then I also got like a couple random ones because you had to spend, I think you just spent $125 or $150 to get the 25% off. So whatever it was, I spent, obviously. So in this one, we have It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. For whatever reason, I've had a very, very hard time finding a copy of this at a reasonable price. I can find hook, line, and sinker literally anywhere for $13, and this one was just $20 everywhere consistently, and I don't know why. It just doesn't seem to go on sale as much as the second one. I will say, I feel like this cover looks kind of shiny, and I think the copy of Hook, Line, and Sinker I have is matte, which is sort of odd, but maybe I'm just wrong about that. I have no clue. But I did read this one like back when it came out and really enjoyed it, and I do own Hook, Line, and Sinker already, so I wanted to get this one to add to my collection. And like I said, they had a really good deal, so I just figured that now was the time to pick it up because I have been looking for this for a while and just haven't found it on sale anywhere. And for whatever reason, Book Outlet doesn't seem to get it in either. I don't know what's up with that. Next, I got Priest by Sierra Simone. This was such like an impulse buy. This was not something that I really planned on purchasing ever, really, but I saw it on there and I was like, you know what, I kind of like these new covers that they have, and I've been trying to expand my collection of like indie darker romances, I guess. Not that I think that this is a particularly dark romance, I'm honestly not even sure, but all I know is it's about a priest, and I've heard a lot of things about this one. So I'm curious. I've heard that the second two books in the series are like people's favorites though, so I'm a little bit sad that I didn't order those, but I just figured if this doesn't go well, I don't want to have the whole, you know, series already, but that may be in my book unboxing next year of the big chapters sale again. So I just picked this one up. Like I said, I had to hit the certain like price threshold, so I added that one. I've seen it around a lot. I do have more from that chapters order in one of these boxes, but this next box is a Book Outlet box. This one I've had for a while because I've just been waiting to do this video for a while. But Book Outlet was having a pretty decent sale too. Actually, I think this box in particular I ordered during their Black Friday sale, which they had, I think it was like 25% off everything, but they also had all their fiction books except for like kids books were on sale for $7.50, which was pretty good. So I think that's what this box is, because this is the one I've had the longest. So these are books that I had my eye on for a while and we're just waiting for like a good sale. This is As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. This is the third book in the Good Girls Guide to Murder series. I've been waiting for them to get this one in hardcover because I have been collecting the whole series from Book Outlet for this particular series, and so I knew they would get this third one in at some point, and I wanted hardcover to match the other hardcovers I have. I don't even know if the paperback for this is out yet, but really excited to have this. This is the only one I haven't read in the series so far, so I'm excited to own it. It's really pretty too. Like, I really love the covers of like YA thrillers. I feel like that's why I end up collecting so many, even though it's not like in particular one of my favorite genres. Next I got The Sweet Spot by Trish Dollar, and this one was definitely a cover buy for me. This was, I believe this is like a sort of, not like a spin-off, but like a companion novel, I think, to her book The Float Plan. But I don't know that I'm interested in that one, so I may just read this one. This one is like a small town like girl that works, she normally works at a Miami Beach luxury hotel, and then she loses her job and ends up at a tiny brewery hotel on a tiny island in Lake Erie. And that just sounds really, really cute and definitely has like the cottagey vibes, which I really love in the summertime. I love like a good cabin in the woods in the winter, and in the summer I'm like a sucker for the cottage books. And so this one kind of reminded me of that. Like I said, definitely a cover buy because it was just really, really cute and definitely gave me like the outdoorsy, like woodsy vibes that I really love. So I picked that one up. Next, this was one of the main reasons for this order. This is Love on the Brain by Allie Hazelwood. I didn't want to buy this one regular price because I have read this and I didn't love it, but I did want to have it for my collection. And I'm kind of sad because most Book Outlet books come in perfect condition, but like every once in a while you get one that doesn't. This one looks like it is like that. It's got kind of like a bend in the cover, and it's definitely like creased like that, like you can see that. So that's kind of sad, but it's just sort of the chance you take with Book Outlet. Like I said, this was $7.50, so not like terrible for that. Like you won't even see that when it's on the shelf, so I'm not super worried about that. But I have read this one. Like I said, I found this was just very similar to The Love Hypothesis, and I would have liked to see her do something a little bit different, but I did still enjoy it, so that is why I wanted to own it. This next book I'm kind of sad about, actually. This is Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson. I ordered this book when I placed this order because I was having an awful time getting the audiobook for this from my library. I just seem to consistently be put further on the wait list. I've explained this a couple times in my previous videos, but the way my library works is I have access to 5 cities' libraries, but only my city actually like holds my place in line, basically. So like if I put a hold on this book at another city's library and someone from that city puts a hold on it after me, they get bumped ahead of me in line. So for this particular one, it seemed like a lot of people from that city were just like constantly putting themselves on the wait list, and I just kept getting bumped later and later and later. I actually put a hold on this like probably in September, I think, and literally 2 days after I bought this, my hold came through finally, and I listened to it and it was okay, but I didn't love it, and so I'm kind of sad that I actually like bought a physical copy of it, because it's not something that I think will be in my collection for a super long time. I mean, I'm not gonna like get rid of it right now, but I don't think that this will be, you know, like an all-time favorite that I keep forever, and so I'm a little bit sad about that. This is in like really nice condition though. I may actually give this to someone, because I just found out someone I know is actually into reading romance, and so I could pass this along to them, because like I said, I've already read it and like it was okay, but not something that I necessarily need to own. And the last book in here was another part of the reason I placed this order, and that was For Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. This one was one of the Goodreads like top 20 of the year, and I thought for sure it was going to be in the top 10, so I read it solely for that video, but it ended up not making the top 10, which was kind of shocking. And this was cute. It was a small town, sort of like that traditional like city girl and small town boy kind of thing, and I enjoyed it. It was good, and I did want to own it. I am like sort of sad they only had the hardcover when I bought this, and I know some people are like really obsessed with hardcovers, but I'm sort of the opposite. I love having my romances in paperbacks. I think it looks so much nicer on the shelf. It's just easier to stack. Like, I don't know, I just love paperbacks, and I feel like I can get pretty much everything in a paperback, whereas I can't get everything in a hardcover. So I try to collect paperbacks in general, but like I said, they only had this one in hardcover, and it was $7.50 for the hardcover, so I was like, you know, not a terrible deal, even though it's not like my preferred cover. But this is also like in perfect condition, so I'm really excited to own this one. Like I said, I did really enjoy it. Next is this box, which is a part of the chapters order, I'm pretty sure, because it is not labeled, and Book Outlet likes to put writing all over their boxes. I honestly don't really remember what I ordered, and it wasn't even that long ago, which is kind of wild. But it was a very like impulsive purchase, like I said. So okay, I'm excited now. Oh man, that's the wrong cover of that one though. Oh well. Okay, so maybe I should put this box over here. So the first book in here is Under Lock by Mariana Zapata. For whatever reason, this is the one Mariana Zapata book that I don't own, and I don't know how that sort of happened. It just did. I have read this one before. I listened to the audio from my library, and I did enjoy it. I don't think this one was one that I loved as much as like The Wall of Winnipeg or Culty, but it was still good, and I wanted to own her entire collection, except I'm not interested in owning her first two because I've heard a lot of bad things about them, but this was like the last one I needed in like her current day collection, I guess. And so I picked this one up. Like I said, they're having a really good sale, so it was very reasonably priced. This is the one I'm gonna have to return, which I'm sad about. So this is Real Players Never Lose, and the thing with chapters right now is they're getting better at selling indie romances, but they don't have on the website, like when you go to buy a book, it doesn't show you what the cover looks like, which is kind of frustrating, especially with indie books that have so many different covers. This series in particular has 3 different cover variations, and I was collecting the illustrated versions, and this is obviously like the versions with the guys on the cover, and then there's a version with the girls on the cover. But most of the time they're labeled, like it'll say, oh, this is the special edition illustrated cover or the girls cover or whatever. But this one, there was 2 different listings for this book, and the other one was labeled something that made me think it was the guy cover, but now I'm realizing that this is the guy cover. So I don't know, I may email them and see if maybe there's some way I can exchange this for the other cover, because they just like, they don't have anything labeled, so I kind of just had to guess and hope that this was what it was, that this was like the version I wanted, which it is not. But I do want to get this because it's the only one I'm missing from this series. I ordered the rest in my other big haul, like I mentioned. Next, I'm really excited for this book. This is Quarterback Sneak by Candy Steiner. I ordered Blindside in my last unboxing. You would have seen that if you watched that. I'll link that down below, by the way, if you haven't watched it. It was a very, very large unboxing. But I purchased this one. This is sort of weird because these books are usually printed like right, 4 chapters. And yet this almost feels like someone has read it because it's like very loose in the pages. But this, I've seen so many good things about it. Pretty much everyone I've seen read this has given it 5 stars. So I am very, very excited to get to this. I have to read the whole series. I haven't read the first 2 yet. But part of the reason is because the first book is in this box, so haven't read it yet, but I am very, very excited. I've heard a lot of good things. These are obviously sports romances. I believe they are college ones. This one says it is The Coach's Daughter, which I love those books, so I'm excited to get to this one. Then next we have Fair Catch, which has a chip in the side, which is not very cute. This is the first book in that series. Obviously, I feel like a lot of people have seen this one. This one I don't really know anything about, but I bought it literally because, like I said, I really want to read the second and the third book. So that's why I purchased the first book, is because I have heard a lot of good things about the second and the third. So I picked this one up as well because I figured I would want to own the whole series. And so I'm very, very excited about this one as well. These are like the kind of books that like I wouldn't normally buy myself because they're so expensive. And so I'm really loving that Chapters is starting to sell them and having like good sales on them, because they're like the kind of books I want to read. And lastly in this box we have 2 Elsie Silver books. I have not read any Elsie Silver books, but I've been seeing her around everywhere. I picked up Off to the Races, which is the first book in the Gold Rush Ranch series. And this one is about a girl that dates her boss, I think, but she's a horse trainer. I don't know, sounds interesting. So I picked that one up. And then this is like the little novella that is like number 1.5 in the series. This was super cheap, which is why I decided to pick up these 2. And I figured these would be like a good little introduction to Elsie Silver and her books. And I know they're all like small town books, which I love. So I'm excited to have these and get to try her out. And the last box is another book outlet order. This is the one that has the gifts in it, I'm pretty sure. So I'm sorry if I talk quieter right now, but the next 2 items are the items that are gifts, and the person that I bought them for is home right now, so I'm going to try and be a little bit quiet. The first one is The Great Tales and Poems of Edgar Allan Poe. My sister is really into Wednesday on Netflix, and I think this is referenced in there, and I think that's why she asked for it. But I got that little book, and then she also wanted this, which is The Phantom Prince by Elizabeth Kendall, and this is like a Ted Bundy like true crime book. She's very into true crime and like all of the law type things and just like creepy things in general, I guess. And so I picked that up because those 2 were on her Christmas list. Then next I bought myself some stuff. Honestly, like I said, I don't even remember what was in this. But I got this one, which is the Happy Ever After playlist by Abby Jimenez. And this one I purchased because I did really like Part of Your World. And I haven't really read any of her other books, so I picked this one up. I'm not sure if this is like... I know this is part of a series. I don't know if this is the first one in the series. I own The Friend Zone by her, but I'm not sure if that's part of this series either. I have no clue. I have to look all this up, but this was the only other one of her books the book outlet had at the time. So I picked this one up, thought it might be cute. Then I also got some Christmas books, which like by the time this goes up is going to be kind of irrelevant, but I am pre-filming this, so I may be able to squeeze these in before Christmas. But I got, so this is Christmas by Tracy Andreen. This is like very dirty on the cover, but maybe I can wash that off. I don't know. But this one just looked really cute. I remember sharing the cover for this when it came out on my Instagram stories because I thought it was so cute. Like, I don't know, they're just really adorable. And I love the pink too. This is a YA Christmas, I think, and I'm pretty sure that this is the one where the town, is actually called Christmas, and she's like trying to give this guy like a big traditional Christmas, which I don't really know why, but I'm sure that's like a thing that happens in here. And so I picked that one up, like I said, just in case I did want to pick up like a holiday book before Christmas. And then I think that's like everything in here might be Christmas books. Then I got 8 Perfect Hours by Leah Louise. I love the cover of this book. The second one, or like maybe it's not the second one, but another one of these just came out and it has like a very similar cover except it's purple, and I thought that was really cute as well. This one I don't think is necessarily like a Christmas book. I think it's more like she gets snowed in with the guy and it's just like a winter book, so I thought that would be good for like after Christmas, you know? And the cover's just really, really cute and I really wanted to read it, so I picked that one up as well. And then I got New Year's Kiss by Lee Matthews. I have not really seen this book around at all. This is actually a really weird, like, sort of printing of a book. It's very short and very floppy, but it's a weird publisher too. It's published by Underlined, which I've never heard of, but seems interesting nonetheless. I didn't even read the synopsis of this, I'm gonna be honest, because I was just like, okay, New Year's romance, like I'm down. I don't really have any New Year's Eve romance books, so I figured this would be cute again for after Christmas when I have time to, you know, read books again once I'm done with the holidays, and so I picked this one up for that. And the last book in here, I'm pretty sure I ordered this one because I needed free shipping, because I think this is part of a series that I don't have the rest of, but this is The Singles Table by Sarah Desai, and I believe she wrote The Dating Plan and The Marriage Game, and I think they're all part of the same series, and this is like the third one, I think, so I may have to find those before I read this one, but I thought this was cute. I thought the cover was really cute of this one. This one definitely was like another cover buy. I also feel like I don't really own any yellow books. Like I feel like that's just not a popular color, and so this one really caught my eye. And so that was another one that I bought. I don't really know anything about this one. Obviously, I assume that they always sit at the singles table at weddings maybe, but got that one. And so that is everything for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, Merry Christmas if you are celebrating today. And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. I'm still doing new videos every single day for the month of December, and I will see you next time.